good morning, everybody. Robert here. About to head off to MGM National Harbor again. Gonna get in a 1-3 session. It's really early right now. It's not even 9:30, so it's good to be getting a good start. Maybe I'll actually beat the wait list today. But before I even talk about poker, I want to just say thank you to you guys. As you know, a few episodes ago, I posted a video called Fat, Anxious, and Stuck in Traffic, where I started to talk a little bit about my weight goals, or my weight issues, and my issues with panic disorder and general anxiety disorder. And ever since I posted that, which was something I was really nervous about, I've just gotten an overwhelming response. It's been unbelievable. You guys have just done nothing but give me great advice, inspired me, left just beautiful comments, and I can't thank you guys enough. I've never felt so kind of inspired and motivated because of things strangers have said to me. So again, I just can't thank you guys enough. Speaking of weight loss though, let's talk about that real quick. This was my first week with the new lifestyle changes. I'm not calling it a diet because I haven't really been following a diet. I've been doing a lot of what you guys advised. I've cut out refined sugar, processed food. Mostly I'm just eating meat and vegetables. One of the big issues has been getting rid of diet soda. Man, I am a fucking diet soda fiend. Honestly, I probably drink 1.5 liters a day, which saying that out loud seems crazy. But yeah, that's one of the things that I cut out this week. So that's actually been the hardest part. But it was a good week. You can take a look at the board here. You can see I've lost 2.7 pounds for the week. I feel really good about that. That's right on track. My goal right now is about 1 to 2 pounds a week. So, 5 or 6 pounds a month. So this fits right in there. I'm feeling really good about that. Also bought a Fitbit, which honestly, I never thought I'd be the kind of person who wore a Fitbit, but here I am. I actually really like it. Obviously it helps me keep track of my steps and my exercise and all that stuff. But the thing I'm really enjoying about it is monitoring my sleep. For some reason, that seems really weird and cool to me. So I've been enjoying that part. But yeah, so that's it with the weight loss. Gonna keep going down this path. I'm feeling much better. Feeling really kind of hopeful about getting this weight off. So feeling good about that. But let's talk poker. So heading off to MGM National Harbor, a couple of goals today. One, gonna keep playing this tight pre-flop strategy that I've been experimenting with. Feels great, very comfortable with it. Gonna keep pursuing that. Adding a little something new to my pre-flop strategy though. I've always been of this school of thought of raising big pre-flop. My pre-flop raises are always 5x, 6x, 7x. I'll even open with that depending on the table. But if I'm first in today, I'm gonna experiment with going much lower, 3x, maybe 4x. It's gonna feel weird at first. It's gonna feel really small. But I know a lot of people who play this style and have been very successful with it, pro players who do it, even at the lower stakes. And I don't know that I'm gonna stick with it after today, but it's something I want to check out, kind of see how that feels, kind of experiment with it, like I said. But yeah, so those are my goals for today, and let's hit the road, get to the MGM, and see how it works out. See you there. For Christmas, I got my wife one of these Echo Dots. It's pretty cool. Check this thing out. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1838, Samuel Morse debuted his telegraph system, a device that transmits messages through a series of electrical pulses. Back then they had dots and dashes. Now we have predictive text and emojis. Hashtag the future.
Alexa, how can I consistently win at poker?
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Yeah, me either. I wanted to take a moment here and tell you what's going on. I'm actually having pretty kind of a rough drive here. I don't know that if I mentioned this when I've talked about anxiety before, but my anxiety kind of comes in cycles. I can go 3, 4, sometimes even 5 weeks where things are pretty good, very manageable, not a lot of anxiety, and then suddenly I'll have 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks of really bad anxiety. So it kind of comes in waves. And obviously right now I'm bringing this up because I'm actually in one of those kind of bad waves of anxiety. It's been going on for 6 or 7 days now. And it's kind of happening right here on this drive, making it kind of unpleasant. So what's going on is I'm feeling bouts of lightheadedness and it could be any number of things. Lightheadedness is a real common symptom of anxiety. So it's something I deal with all the time. But right now in my head, as I have these bouts of lightheadedness, this battle goes on in my mind where one side is saying, yeah, this is just part of your anxiety. It's nothing to worry about. Just, keep breathing. Don't concern yourself with it. And then this other side of me is saying, no, this is something terrible is about to happen. I mean, obviously there's something very wrong with you. You need to pull over, get yourself to a hospital, something. And so, so it just keeps going back and forth in my head. And it's not horrible or anything, but it makes, let's say it's uncomfortable. It's making for a kind of an unpleasant drive. So, good times. It's funny, talking to you guys on camera about it actually is helping a little bit. So who needs doctors when you got YouTube, right? All right, made it to the MGM. Other than feeling like my mind was pulling itself apart from the inside, pretty pleasant drive. I'm kidding you. That's an exaggeration. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, I made it here safely. It's still early. It's only noon, so hopefully I beat the wait list. I'm not sure if I have or not. Bravo's not working, so I actually got to go in there and check. The only other thing I want to say is, man, it is so freaking cold outside. It's in the 20s. There's a breeze. I'm sorry if this is a little graphic, but things that are normally outside of my body have retreated to the inside of my body. So it's pretty freaking bad out there. But it's beautiful inside here. But let's hit the poker room, see if I can get into a game right away. See you in a bit. All right, taking my first break here. Good thing is, got into a game really quick. I think I was 4th on the list when I got here. It took maybe 5 or 6 minutes to get in a game, so really happy about that. Kind of sat down at an interesting table. It's a mix of some decent players, some regs, and some kind of touristy players as well. 2 of the players have big stacks. One of them has a huge stack. He's got, gosh, it looks like he's got maybe 3,500 on the table, which for a 1-3 game is gigantic. And him and another player are just trying to bully the table. They're bluffing, just betting real light, all kinds of stuff. It's been good for me. I played 2 hands with both, or 1 hand with each of them, and called him down with marginal pairs, and pretty much had him crushed. So that's pretty cool. I'm up about maybe 130, 140, somewhere around there. But we'll see how it goes. I made table change. There's a couple of pretty decent players on there, and it just seems like on a Friday here at a big place like this, I should be on a table with a bunch of tourists. That would be ideal. So I'm gonna see if I can find that table. But gonna get back to it. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, on my second break here. Things are still going pretty good. I'm up $100 or so. Nothing exciting. I just walked away because, not out of tilt or anything, it was just kind of weird. I got back-to-back ace-king, both of them were offsuit. And both times I got only the blinds calling, and the flops, the first flop came 3, 4, 5, all hearts, and I didn't have a heart in my hand. And then on the next hand, it came 4, 5, 6, all spades, and I didn't have a spade in my hand. Just not the best, not the flops you want to see when you've got ace king. But I didn't lose a bunch or anything like that. Just it was kind of funny. It can be a little frustrating, you know. I think I've said this before. When you play a real tight strategy, you wait around for good hands, or at least playable hands, and then when they miss big like that, it can be a little tilting. But I'm not on tilt or anything. Just relaying an interesting story, I guess. But yeah, up 100. So gonna get back in there and try to grind out a good win. All right, I just finished up my 1-3 session here at MGM. Went really well. Gonna swing by and get a bite to eat right now. I'm pretty hungry. Gonna look to see if I can find a salad or some kind of lean meat and veggies or something healthy. So why don't you join me? We'll talk about the session there. What's up, everybody? I'm over here at Wegmans having some dinner. If you're not familiar with Wegmans, it's like a big grocery store, but they've got really good salad bar and things like that. So I just had a really nice salad with some grilled meat and grilled fish and some veggies. So yeah, I'm a fucking health nut. Deal with it. So the MGM session was a good one, plus 211 for the day. So it was 4 hours, so not a bad session at all. Nice thing was it was also my first live session of 2017, so always nice to start off the year with a win. It's funny, I was thinking about how different these kind of weekend games are from the weekday games that I normally play. You know, I've been playing this kind of old man coffee game for so long that I get used to kind of the no action and, you know, the kind of passive games, and so these weekend games end up seem just crazy to me. But both the action-y weekend games and the passive kind of morning weekday, kind of old man coffee games as we call them, they you know, they've both got their benefits. Yeah, that big action-y game has big wins associated with it, but it's also got big swings. The variance can be crazy in it. There's something to be said about these little passive weekday games. You really can just kind of sit there and consistently grind out these small wins, but it's nice to have that kind of consistent win rate without all the crazy variance. Luckily, don't need to choose. I can just play whichever one I feel like, so they're both there all the time, so that's nice. But before I wrap up the vlog today, I wanted to touch on a couple things real quick. First, I wanted to mention my subscribers and viewers on YouTube and the blog have just been growing really fast. So I noticed I'm getting a ton of questions and stuff. So I thought maybe it might be time to do kind of a question and answer thing. So if you guys are interested in that, hit me up on Twitter and we can do that. We can talk about poker, of course, if you like, weight loss, panic, all that stuff. But there's some other things you might be interested in. I went back to college when I was 40 years old, so that might interest you guys. Before I went back to college, though, I worked for 20 years in the television industry in Los Angeles. At first, I was a commercial actor, did about 3 dozen national commercials. And then after that, I worked in the comedy writing field, so I'm sure some of you guys might be interested in hearing about that. Also, I worked as a dealer many years ago, probably it's been 10 or 12 years, I guess now, but yeah, I used to deal in LA and Palm Springs in between acting gigs, so maybe you want to talk about that. Whatever, we can talk about whatever you want. Let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter is at thepokermonk, so hit me up there. And then lastly, I wanted to mention this. Every month I go on a poker trip for a week. Usually I go to Atlantic City because it's only 5 or 6 hours away, so it's real easy. So I will be doing that on January 16th. I'll be there January 16th through the 20th. So if you're actually going to be in Atlantic City or the area, hit me up on Twitter. I'd love to say hello and meet you. But for the month of February, I'm taking a week to go on a poker trip, but I don't have a location planned. Going up north probably isn't going to be a good idea because the weather gets pretty bad in February. So I was thinking about going someplace south. I'm open to suggestions. My first thought is Harris Cherokee there in North Carolina. But if you guys know something that I think I might find more interesting or fun, or that you guys would be more interested in seeing, like I said, hit me up in the comment section or on Twitter and let me know. It should be fun. I've never been to any of the casinos in the South. I've always been going here to Maryland and up to Atlantic City, and then of course I played a lot in Vegas and Los Angeles. before I moved out here to Virginia. So yeah, let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Maybe I'll check out some casino I haven't even thought about yet. So that's it. Thank you guys so much again. I really can't tell you how much I've enjoyed this kind of outpouring of comments and subscribers and just all the encouragement and motivation. It's been fantastic. So that's it. Give it a thumbs up if you feel like it. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really does mean a lot to me. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.